This guy here, he is the host, Brian, of Australia's #1 breakfast show, Sunrise. Matt Shirvington joins the run home with Joel and Fletch, and he's standing by. Shirvo, good afternoon.
The run home with Joel and Fletch. It's been far too long. It's my favourite radio show on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday
at 5:36.
Hey, by the way, it is way past my bedtime, guys. I'm literally staying up for this.
I was going to say, now, Shervo, be honest. What time do you go to bed?
I go to bed. I've got a 6-year-old little boy. I go to bed with him, Fletch, at about 7:30. We normally knock off.
Yep.
And you know, the best part of my day, if you've had kids and you've taught them how to read, and the readers that come home from primary school, we get to do the readers at 7 o'clock every night. And, it's not the easiest thing to get through as you're kind of falling asleep next to him. But we do our bit and then we go to sleep.
Okay, what time are you getting up tomorrow morning?
I get up at... well, at the moment, I'm getting up at about 2 because there's stuff going on. Well, there's stuff going on at Paris. So... You know, and there's so much like this. It's really hard at the moment. Like I'm actually quite sleep deprived. I don't know if you guys are watching a lot, but there's a lot going on most of the day. And with Tahiti, I don't know if you saw that Jack Robinson final, but that was on at what was that on? About 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, it's good. I'm loving it. But yeah, get up early, watch some stuff, do a bit of reading, and then head into work.
Shirvo, do you have a daytime kipper?
I did today, actually. Had a little nap today, but I don't normally. I try and do... Someone told me the best thing to do is a power nap.
Yes.
So I set my alarm for 14 and a half minutes. It gives myself about 2.5 minutes to drift off, and then I have 12 minutes sleep, and I reckon that just gets me through the rest of the day.
Okay, Shervo,
what's the hack, Brian?
The hack is it's actually 19 minutes, so you're allowed to have 19 minutes before your body thinks it's
total.
Yes. So
including falling asleep time?
Correct.
Yeah, so is that 25 minutes? No,
19 all up. So 2 minutes, 17 minutes.
Yep.
But before we had a sleep guru come on the show, Shervo. I don't know if you've had him on Sunrise, probably not. But we got him.
Oh, he should.
And he said, if you want to have a power nap, have a cappuccino just before you're about to nod off. Because you'll wake up, the caffeine will hit, and you'll be out of the gate like Noah Lyles. Yep.
Oh, I like that.
So
Noah Lyles got a terrible start in the final, by the way. But, yeah, I like that. I do like that.
Well, let's get into Noah.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So he trailed, I understand, Shirvo. After 30 metres, he was running last. And like every event at the Olympics, come this time of the year, we are all experts at it. I see the photo finish and I see Krishan Thompson with his foot past the post. So I immediately think he's erred and he should have leaned more forward. I dare say I'm probably wrong. You're the guru. What do you say about it?
No, you bang on. So his foot was across the line. Actually, Fred Curley, the American who got bronze, was across the line first. Oh. But you're right, Kashane. So for those, I mean, look, you guys have been talking about it for ages. Kashane's the Jamaican champion. He won the trials, fastest man in the world this year, 9:77. He crossed his foot first, but then he kind of concaved at his waist in his dip rather than kind of leaning forward, you know, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That's the lean you want. You want the Leaning Tower of Pisa lean where the chest crosses the line first, not kind of bending at the hips and creating that kind of Pac-Man C shape. You want to actually cross the line as tall as you can, but leaning forward. That's what Noah Lyles did. I worked it out. So on average, sprinters go at about 12 metres a second pace, right? 12 metres a second. Just think about that.
Yep.
So 12 metres, 1 second at top speed. That's how far they're covering. If they were going at 12 metres per second pace, Noah Lyles has won that, considering he won by 5 1,000ths of a second. He's won it by 6 millimetres.
Oh.
He's won the gold medal by 6 millimetres exactly.
Wow.
Isn't that madness?
Wow.
And you're right, Sugar, as you said. So he was 7th at 50 metres, Noah Lyles. 7th at 50 metres. This poor kid, Kashane Thompson, so he's gone through, that's his first major championship. He was winning from 25 metres to 95 metres.
Oh, yuck.
And then he's crossed the line and lost it.
Oh.
It is just, that is the brutality of it. But that final across the board, so holistically looking at it, it is the fastest and the closest Olympic final we have ever seen. So to finish 7th in 988 would have won you a silver in Rio, a bronze in Tokyo.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Shervo, is it like swimming in the sense that lane 4 and 5 is the pick, or it doesn't really matter?
Yeah. Yeah, so normally what they do is they'll put 4, 5, and 6 will be your fastest qualifiers, and then they'll randomly select the outer lanes.
Oh, wow.
So you could be anywhere. So Noah Lyles was in 8.
Sorry, who's Adelaine?
Yeah.
Who's Adelaine? Is that the Italian?
She was in Seinfeld.
Speaking of the Italian, I was surprised.
He did it right.
He came good.
Yeah.
You know, Jacobs.
Marcel.
Yeah. Have you watched Sprint?
Yeah, we loved it.
The doco?
I love Sprint.
Yeah, so he was obviously featured in it. But everyone was saying in Tokyo, him winning that, COVID, no crowd, everyone was underdone, whatever, he won it. And they called him a fluke. They called him a fluke for, basically until that race, I reckon. He proved that running 985, he finished 5th short, just outside the medals. But I think he proved he was legit in that race. He didn't get a medal, but I thought it was a really, really good run. Good run.
I reckon, Shervo, a lot of basketball players would have been pulling his tail. He come out after World Champs and said, World Champs, he said, what? So he went after the NFL, went after the basketball.
No, I did.
Yeah, and I reckon a lot of them would have been pulling his tail. But he found a way. It hasn't been the best tournament so far or campaign Olympics for the Jamaicans, has it, Shervo?
No, it hasn't. But, let's look at the flip side of things. Okay, so the Jamaicans have been dominant. They've been dominant for the last 20 years. Pretty much since 2004, Justin Gatlin was the last American to win the 100. And then since then, Usain Bolt obviously came through. Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price has been a dominant force for Jamaica in the women's. It's a changing of the guard. So you look at the 200s, which are coming up. The 200s first round. So Kenny Bednarak, they call him Kung Fu Kenny because he wears the headband. He qualified fastest for the US. Arian Knighton, I know you like him, Sugar.
Yep.
He qualified one of the fastest for the United States. And Noah Lyles crossed pretty easily. Not one of the fastest, but just cruised to the line for the US. So for me and for Noah, I think this isn't just about Noah being the new sprint king. I think this is the US resurgence in sprinting. And what that sets up now is the next 4 years, obviously, it'll build to LA. And LA, they want to be the dominant force. And I don't know if you remember in 1984, that was Carl Lewis's time, who was the greatest sprinter of all time, in my opinion.
Wow.
Usain Bolt. Well, hang on. Let me clarify. Greatest Olympic track and field athlete, Carl Lewis, for 2 reasons. One, his sprinting ability, but he won 4 long jump titles back to back to back at the Olympic Games. Usain Bolt is the best male sprinter the Olympics has ever produced. It's set up so nicely, isn't it, for this whole US resurgence? I love it.
Shervo, 2 questions. Will Usain Bolt's record be broken in our lifetime?
Based on what we saw in that final, yes.
Okay.
And I think it will, because I think since Tokyo, because of COVID, it kind of threw a spanner in most people's lives, obviously. But in sport, it slowed things down a little bit. I think sprinting showed last night that it's competitive, and with competition, you get good results. And I think if they keep pushing each other, they keep finding new ways to win, I think inevitably with the right body type, the right person coming through, it could definitely happen.
I haven't finished my second question.
Okay, I hope it's the same as mine.
No, my second question is, when he does win, because I know he's going to win the 200 metres, because that's his...
Noah.
He's looking good. Yeah, it's his bread and butter.
What are we talking about money-wise? What's his earnings could be? Would it be... Would he get 10? Yeah. Is he into the tens of millions?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
So, and I think for a combination of reasons, he's really charismatic right now. Like in terms of the sport of athletics, which it isn't huge in Australia, definitely bigger in the US, huge in Europe, like massive in Europe. He is so saleable because he's a bit different. He's a bit quirky. He's out there. Some people like it. Some people don't like it. But he's saleable. He's memorable. He'll make tens of millions. Absolutely.
Two quick questions, Shirvan. I know it is late and you've got to get to bed
I've
soon.
got one more after you.
Okay. First one is, give us the double. So Noah Lyles, we assume. Who's his major threat in the 200 if we think he's home? And who takes out the women? Gabby Thomas, is she the one to beat?
Oh, I love her. She's so good. And I think absolutely she's the one to beat. I don't know if you saw the heats, but Dina Asher-Smith, so from the UK, she's a world champion. She was in her heat and got absolutely dominated. Oh. Gabby crossed the line. She was just smiling like it was nothing. She was sticking her tongue out and just absolutely cruised. I think she's hands down. She's going to win the 200. Lyles, I do too. I think he's looking really good. I think the most competition will come from his compatriots and possibly Tobogo from Botswana, who just missed out on a medal in the 100 final. He's actually a better 200-metre runner too. He was cruising in the heats.
Wow.
So he looks good too. Andre de Grasse, he's the reigning Olympic champion. I just don't think he has the gas to challenge Lyles. But if you're watching the track and field, there's one race that I want to highlight. It's the 400-metre hurdles, women's, and they had their first round. There's two competitors, Sydney McLaughlin from the US, who is the world record holder, and Femke Bol from the Netherlands, who is the European record holder. These two runners are just head and shoulders above everyone else. They're so powerful. They're so fast. Sydney broke the world record earlier this year. She ran, to put it into perspective, with the hurdles, her world record is about 0.4 faster than the Olympic qualifying for the flat 400.
Oh, geez.
She runs 50.65 for the 400 hurdles. So it's ridiculously fast.
The other girl from the Netherlands, Brian, she's the Michael Mouse.
Yes.
She is. Are you aware of her?
100%. 100% she's a mouse.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. Of course I do.
Yes.
Now, Shirvo. Look, I don't want to embarrass you, but you were known as Lunchbox for various reasons.
Oh,
that one reason.
What a
but
great
I tell you
reason.
what, mate.
Can I stop you there? I've never pole vaulted.
No, you're the Lunchbox, but I've got the picnic basket now.
Oh.
Anthony Emirati. Did you see that? He speaking about making money.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go on to OnlyFans after this, I don't know what. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Do you know the simplest and best meme that I've seen of him is one simple sound, and as he went over, it was just. But
both our partners
have
found it on their WhatsApp thread.
Yeah. My wife and all the creepy dirtbag mums have got a at the school, and that was I was just peering over Brit's phone the other day, and
boing.
It was the diver first, the French diver, boing, and then it was our man, the picnic basket, Emirati, Boos, Jules. Boya.
Boss.
Boya.
I was actually watching it live and I was like, oh, no, that's going to get picked up for sure.
Oh, wonderful.
Don't you reckon, speaking about that, and it's all about, sex sells, as they say, the girls' volleyball, that's my favourite. I just love the athleticism of
of course you do.
The spiking.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon the men, Shirvo, should just wear the Speedos? They're wearing the long boardies and the rank shirts. Get it? Why?
It is a little sexist, isn't it?
Very sexist. I want Morts, and I want Morts now.
I agree.
What do we want? Morts. When do we want them? Now.
Hey, Shirvo, before you go, and we've taken up a lot of your time, which we appreciate. What about Gout Gout? We've seen all these clips. He's not at the Olympics now.
You can get pills for that.
Okay, you're right.
And don't have tomatoes.
but how good could this kid be? Is he the one we need to watch? Is there someone else?
Kid. Yeah, definitely for Australia. He's a really good kid, still really young, great body type, hasn't really filled out yet, super long legs, great stride length, really good kid. But hey, just quickly too, if you're talking about Aussies to watch, there was a 400-metre runner that came over pretty well unknown called Reece, Queenslander for Australia. He ran in the qualifying for the men's semi-finals and ran a 44.53 for the 400, which is the second fastest time all time for Australia.
Wow.
It hasn't been run, that time, hasn't been run since 1988 It was Darren Clark, around 44.38.
Balmain Tigers winner.
Record.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But that's how long it's been. So he is getting close to that. He's gonna run in the semi-finals. He's actually got Michael Norman, who is the American guy that set the pace. He ran 44.10, which is the fastest ever first round for a 400 metres in the Olympic Games. So watch out for Reece Holder. He's awesome. Gout Gout, you bang on sugar. He's going to be a star of the future. And Tori Lewis went over these games. She ran a personal best in her heat in the 200 metres. She made the semi-final. She went through the repechage, made the semi-final. She's 19 years old. She's an absolute superstar. She's going to be so good. By 2032, she'll be the face of the game, hands down.
Wow. Okay. That is fascinating.